towards paddock and up towards grid.
Hello everybody, Suffolk Andy here on a very, very grey Sunday morning in Ipswich. Not cold though, not cold at all, but it's just so bloody grey. Anyway, I had to get up very early this morning, so I had time to watch some of the latest blogs and enjoy a few of them this morning. The one about the luggage, the old bugger on a bike. Yeah, so I can see where you're coming from, mate. And I found that the whole thing was hilarious. It was quite a comedy sketch and I really did enjoy it. But I still got to say to you, I don't like top boxes and I don't like hard luggage. And I actually looked through my holiday snaps from years ago when I first got this bike, to see if I could actually find a picture of this bike with hard luggage on, and I found one. That's how much I hated it, and I had to chop that one around a bit. So I will put on a little picture of this bike with hard luggage on and a friggin' top box. That'll probably be the first and the last time I ever show that friggin' picture. But I know some of you guys said that it's practical, and it is practical, I know that. And it's not that I dislike them, it's just the lines of the bike I just feel are spoiled, you know. I like the looks of a bike without all that crap on it, you know. And top boxes just ruin bikes. The look, that's all it is. It's not that I don't dislike them, because I do use it occasionally, and it is occasionally. I've just been to the shop just now, and I could have put the top box on, but I didn't. They've got a bag on my back, so. But if I had to pick loads and loads of stuff up, I would use it. There's no doubt about it. So anyway, that was a fantastic vid this morning, and I really did laugh all the way through it, mate. Anyway, I thought to myself today, I'm not going to talk about anything sort of bikey or such like that today. As you can see, the traffic is, and this is not even in Ipswich. I thought I kept thinking about things that sort of from years ago, you know, and how things have changed. And I was walking out the other day, I went to the shop, and I was looking around, and I thought, where's all the Chalky White Dog shit gone? Now, you youngsters will go, what the hell is he on about? Well, when I was a kid, dogs used to shit everywhere. Nobody picked it up at all. And they used to go a chalky white colour in the sun. And it used to be every bloody where. Chalky white dog shit. Bloody cars to the left of me, cars to the right. Stuck in the middle with you. Anyway, yeah, so I used to have chalky white dog shit everywhere. But I used to have an advantage for us kids in them days, because we used to have a game called Hopscotch. And what it was, and you kids won't know today because you play all these computers and stuff, we had to make our own entertainment, and I'm really sounding old now. But yeah, we used to have a game called Hopscotch, and you used to mark out the pavement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, and you used to throw a stone, and where it landed, you used to hopscotch up to that number. And back again, and the one who got the furthest, I think, was the winner. Well, we never used to walk around with chalk, you know, but we had chalky white dog shit, and it done the trick. You could pick up a lump of this chalky white dog shit and mark out your pavement, so you could put your numbers on, mate. God, you know, job's a good un. Off you went. So it did have its advantage, chalky white dog shit. And then I thought the other day I was out, and like this guy here, look with the dog. You know, he's got a lovely dog, and I'm not against dogs. Get me wrong, I like dogs. I haven't got a dog myself, but I have had dogs. I haven't got one at the moment. That's my preference. But I've got nothing against dogs. And it is nice to see that a lot of the owners are really good when it comes to picking up dog shit. Maybe that's why we don't get so much chalky white dog shit anymore, but you know, they're really good. And I thought to myself, you know, what would be better on a cold old Suffolk morning, taking your dog out, and it has a big steamy piley pup, you know? Think of that energy, think of that heat, and you get your little bag out, don't you? And you put it over it, because you don't pick it up with your hands. You put your little bag over and deposit it in this little bag, and you put it in your pocket. Who needs friggin' gloves? Because you've got yourself an instant hand warmer. It will, oh, that would last for an hour, this dog shit. If it's a real good steamy one, it's lovely. It's just like having Play-Doh. You can make little models with it in your pocket, can't you? Instead of sort of doing pocket billiards, keep yourself warm, you can have a dog shit in a bag in your pocket. What more would you want, you know? And then I thought, there's other things that sort of not around anymore. And one of them is Oisel toilet paper. Now, you youngsters go, what the hell is he on about now? Oisel toilet paper was like tracing paper, and you had to wipe your ass with it. And the ladies had to wipe their bits with it, you know? And it was just like tracing paper. And I think it was medicated as well. It had a funny smell about it. And in every school in Britain, they had it hanging up in the shitter, you know? You don't see it anymore, but I'll tell you what, you used to wipe your ass, and that there was no absorbent. You couldn't do it. It used to go right up to your fucking back, you know? Halfway up your bloody back. You used to use loads of it. Everybody had a fucking streak up their ass, you know, from that thing. Bloody Oisel toilet paper. And I tell you what, women, oh my God, I'd hate to think what they had to put up with it, you know. They like that old softy stuff or the old softy parts. That was just like using, you know, tracing paper. That must have been bloody well fun, I tell you. Oisel toilet paper. Right. This big old factory. Must be a new one. I haven't noticed this before. Used to be a cement factory here. And it had one of the biggest chimneys in Suffolk. I never knew I knew they pulled it down and whatever. I don't know if this is another one they built, but this is where all the cement used to be made. But now they import it all like everything else in this friggin' country. And another thing I was thinking about, and you can still get these, I know, and you still see them in shops. Frypans tin pies. Well, when we were a kid, we used to eat loads of these Frypans tin pies. They're buggers to get the lids off. They're big round things. They're buggers to get the lids off. And once you get the lid off, it's like a load of slimy sort of pastry on the top, and you put the whole tin in with the top off in the oven and let it cook. But it doesn't matter how long you cook the bloody things for, they never actually cook all the pastry. So when you turn it out on the plate, you know, the top bit will be lovely and crispy and whatever, but the bottom bit will be like a load of snot. Slimy snot. They never cooked, never did. And when you used to eat them, that used to be like bloody having a snot pie. You used to have to hubble gobble it down, you know. They were bloody awful. But the fillings were friggin' nice, you know. But the actual pastry used to be like bloody hobble gobble toilet trouble, you know. So that's my little sort of talk about one or two things I've missed about the place. So one is chalky white dog shit, Oisel toilet paper, and Frypans pies, which you can still get. If you haven't had one, folks, get yourself a Frypans pie and get it down you. Anyway, somebody said to me the other day, man, you know me, I'll just ramble on for a few minutes. Somebody said to me, Andy, I like your accent. You know, I come from Suffolk. I'm a Suffolk boy. I'm born and bred. I'm not a Suffolk country boy, but I'm a Suffolk towny boy. And years ago, Norfolk. Now, when I go to Norfolk, they even sound worse than I do. They're even worse with their little accents. And there's nothing against it, because I like the folks in Norfolk. It's a beautiful, beautiful county. In fact, I'd have to even say, and I say this with sort of clutch teeth that Norfolk in some parts is far prettier than Suffolk, and Suffolk is a marvellous place. But some of the places up in Norfolk, man, that's fantastic. Anyway, years and years ago, now if you really want to hear a good Suffolk accent, good Norfolk accent, sorry, go on your YouTube and pump in the Singing Postman. You put the Singing Postman in and it will come up with this old guy in the postman's outfit from the bloody 70s. And he was a postman, there's no doubt about it, he was a postman. And look for the song Molly Wimley, She Smokes Like a Chimney. And you watch that, man, and I'll tell you what, you'll chuckle all the way through it. And that is a real good Norfolk accent, you know, really good stuff. Now I'm going to go serious now. I was on the internet this morning and I was reading through the news as I do after I watched all me subscribers' blogs that they put on, and there was just a little bit on there about the government. Now, I try not to bring politics, religion or money into anything I say, because we've all got our own sort of ways and the way we think, you know, we're not all this way or that way. And I always remember an old saying that I was told, and it goes like this. Apparently in France, it's an old French peasant saying, and it goes something like this: praise the God of all, drink the wine, and let the world be the world. Now that's how I'm trying to live my life. But anyway, going back to this a bit this morning, our government, which I'm not going to try and criticise too much because I know some people love them and some people don't, I'm not going to tell you what I think, but our government have passed a very small bit of legislation, and what it is, it's to help councils keep public order in public places. So you think, oh, that's not bad, you know, keep the drunks off the street, teenagers out of the parks, and all this sort of stuff where they get social trouble. But there's a slightly darker side of it. It's a very, very broad sword. And what it means is, say if we had a protest on motorbikes, and we all said, right, we're going to, you know, all go down to Christchurch Park, which is a big park in Ipswich, all meet up there and do our protest in a proper manner, you know, no violence, just orderly. It could be banned through public order. They could say no, it's going to upset the residents in the area, and they can ban that protest. So you can imagine, you know, any protests in anywhere where it's in a public place could be banned, because they can use this very, very small line in there to use it against you. Now, we live in a democracy, and I'm not saying that we should have mass, you know, protests and violent protests, because I'm not. I don't believe in it. But I do believe in the right to protest. And, you know, we've seen it. You know, I've harped on about MAG and different things where we've been on protests on bikes, and so we should. But you all want to be told that you couldn't because it would upset the residents, and you can't meet up at a place to protest. And I'm not just talking about bikes. You can talk about any protest group, you know. And we do need protest groups, because what it is, I think the political elite, and I say that very loosely, the political elite of this country and many other countries are getting a little bit frightened, because things are so friggin' shitty, and the cost of living and everything is really biting into us folks. They're getting a little bit worried, so they're putting little laws in. So if anything does kick off, they've got the laws in place to keep you under control. And I'm not saying we should go out there and protest and the revolution's coming, because it ain't. But we should have the choice to be able to go out there and show how we feel. one man on his own, you know, standing there with his soapbox and whatever, or, you know, a group of people. Bloody hell, I'm sounding like a friggin' politician now, and I wouldn't want to be one of them. But yeah, the political elite of this country are now starting to crap themselves because they know things are not really getting that much better. People are struggling. You know, housing is a friggin' nightmare. You know, I've got a stepdaughter, and she has to pay a hell of a amount of money to live in this friggin' house that she has to rent because there's no friggin' houses in Ipswich to rent or social housing, and it is killing her. You know, we help as much as we can sometimes, but it is killing her. And they know all this. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to go on and on about politics, as I'm not, you know, I will make a confession. I am a very, very into politics, but I'm not going to show my colours too much. I hope I haven't. But, yeah, so go back to my little saying, you know, praise the God of all, drink the wine, and let the world be the world. Nice little bike, can't you get a nod? Yes, I got a nod. There you go, mate. Right, I'm going to be making my way back. I've got one or two things on me in the bag here at the back here that Mrs. P will want, and I'm going in the wrong friggin' direction, so I'm going to make a U-turn soon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the bit about the things that I missed from the childhood, and I hope I didn't go too serious on the political stuff. But I'll try not to be too political in the future, but I don't think I was. But that was just a little thing that people should be aware of that is happening, you know, and it is democracy, and we live in a democracy, and I think we really should do our best to keep that democracy, you know, and don't let these political class people take it away from you. Anyway, I'm then going to go back up here. I'm going to go up the A14. It's the quickest way back for me. I've got 5 days to my holiday to Scotland. Looking forward to it. I'll probably do another couple of blogs if I can get a couple in for the holiday, and I will take my drift with me as well. I think I could do some scenery stuff and like that. If there's anything worth sort of picking up with the drift, I'll bring it in and put it in. I know a lot of people don't want to watch people's bloody holiday vids and holiday snaps, but if there's anything, you know, sort of worthwhile, I'll bring it back with me. Anyway, see you next week. Have a good day. Safe riding. On my way back to Ipswich. Suffolk Andy.